Good morning or afternoon. This was super random, so we'll see who all pops in. Have my mirror and my makeup here. I did put on the base layer of my face. Hi, Ashley. Good morning. I know for a bunch of my members, you're getting 2 of these. Hi, Kayla. Hi, Granola. Hello. Good morning. Hi, Monet. Evening for you. That's awesome. Hey, Tiffany. Yeah, for my faded friends, there's 2 live shows today, but I haven't done one on my channel as a whole in a while. And lately, and inconveniently, I've been waking up at the same time as I normally do for a work week, which is frustrating because I stay up later on Friday night to read, and I woke up at 6:30. So I was like, well, I'm going to go to the gym, get my stuff done, and then why don't I go live? So, yay, Monet. Second COVID shot. Love it. Love it. So, if one of you has seen one of these before, which some of you have because you're my OG people, make me so happy. I put on the base layer of my face so I look nice and clean and everything. And then I'm just going to basically do my eyes, because I realized that it was difficult to do my face routine in my little mirror right here. But what we'll do is I'll kind of just start with that and just yak about some stuff. So you guys give me a topic if you want me to ramble while I do my eyes, but then after that we can do like recommendations or chat about more in depth about a video I've done recently. But basically, I'm just going to hang out until 10 a.m. And then by the time we're done with that, I'll be done and I have to film some videos. I'll show you a little peek. Oops, wrong direction. That's going to be my TBR for June because I filmed that video ridiculously early. But once we're done with this, I'll be all ready to film for the day. And I need to film a lot because next Saturday is my bestest friend in the whole world. It's her wedding. And so the whole weekend I'm going to be there. So I'm going to try to get quite a few things filmed so that I'm ready to go. UK, great profile picture. Love it. Good night from Australia. That's awesome. Good morning. Hey, Allison. I will come back to this one in just a second. That's a good topic to ramble about. Tiffany, Starbucks order. It's funny because I made mine this morning. I like 2 things at Starbucks. Actually, I like a lot of things, but I like getting a caramel macchiato, either iced or hot, depending on the season. I also like an iced chai in the summer, but my favorite is like the dragon fruit lemonade. That is like my favorite refreshing drink to get. But at home, I literally buy like, this is an iced drink. I buy the cold brew now, and I just do cold brew with the Starbucks creamer. And that's like, I mean, it's so much cheaper and easier to do. Because when I go to the Starbucks store, I end up buying snacks and stuff, and that's not great for my plan. Lots more good mornings. I love seeing where you guys are from. This is my favorite thing about doing it in the morning. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I love all y'all in the States, but I feel like I'm on a decent amount of live shows in the evenings, right? Because we have Rake Appreciation and there's just live shows that my fellow booktubers do. But I very rarely get to do like morning ones and talk to my friends other places. Like, I have channel members. You guys are so amazing that I hardly ever get to talk to you because we're on opposite schedules, and you just make me so happy. So another German, love it. Did I miss this one? Dominican Republic, that's awesome. Turkey. Oh, thank you, Susan. Thank you so much. That series just really took me by surprise. I'm not done talking about that series by any means. So, okay. I am going to go ahead and put this question up here. Granola, I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. And do my eyes, and then we'll see if some other questions pop up. But I'll start with this as a rambling point, because here's the thing. I don't know how I feel about it. I can understand it if you're brand new to want to try and get your book started by doing that. However, I don't feel like it's great to put a rating on that on Goodreads. Like, I think it's fair if you want to, because a lot of authors, I feel like, okay, I'll show you what makeup I'm putting on, but this isn't so much a tutorial as it is like I'm doing it. I'm using the CoverGirl like palette like this. I got it for Christmas from my sister, and this is the roses one. So I just do a smoky eye all the time, but I use different colors to do it. So I understand if an author is putting like a review of their own thing up there to like tell people the important things they like want them to know about the book. But I don't know. I guess I've never really thought about it too much, because in one stance, like, it's like you should see that it's by the author, and then you should know that you're like, well, of course they're going to rate their own book as 5 stars, right? So I kind of just count it as like a benign thing when you are rating your own book, because it's like, of course you're going to do that. You're not going to say, oh, I'm giving my book a 3-star because I'm being fair to it or something, you know? So I guess I like don't have a problem with it. The problem I have with it is like if you're making fake accounts and rating your books well, which we know of a couple certain authors who've done that, because I think maybe you'll never get caught, right? Maybe no one will figure that out, right? Maybe no one will know. But why risk it and have it come out later on? You know what I mean? Like, why rate it as a different name? So I guess that's my answer. If you're going to rate it the 5 stars, like, just do it as your own author's name, because I feel like I would give you a pass, because it's like, well, of course they're going to rate it 5 stars. That's fine. And I like when authors say a little bit, like Sophie Lark does this, like for the book that she puts up, she will put that all these characters meant a lot to me, that blah, blah, blah. And then she has her rating or whatever. But yeah, having false accounts and like trying to stuff your ratings, that's shitty. Like, let's just be real. That's shitty. So, okay. Hey, there's some of my girl. Hey, beautiful. I hope you had a great birthday, Crystal. I left you like a bazillion messages last night. Hey, girlfriend. Oops. They're going to jump. They jump on me. I'm so glad you love the Twist Me, Capture Me, Tormented Mind series. I read it, the 3 series, for the first time last year. So I've actually only read the Twist Me series, because that series was like a lot for me at the time, and then I just never went back. Hey, Tori, I just watched your video like as I was getting my base layer on. Great video. Tori just put up a Disability Rex video today, by the way. So shout outs. This is turning into shout out hour. I am here for it. Go check out Tori's channel. She has great recommendations. It's very exciting. Yes, I know. I don't do it enough just to hang out, because honestly, I talk to myself enough in the videos that I do that sometimes it's hard to want to do this. Okay, so you're answering my thing. Okay, I'd rather get real ratings from actual readers than make fake accounts just to rate my books high. And exactly. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, I get it if you rate it and talk about it and like people know it's you. Like I said, I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I don't mind seeing the author, because it shows me that they're active on Goodreads and they're like doing stuff there. But yeah, if you get found out, it just, it just makes you look so shitty, especially when, again, this author who I'm not even talking about them because I don't want to point people to them, um, it they're using that account to then like take down other authors by like giving them shitty ratings, and I'm just like, well, you're not a good person that I want to be around at all. I find the commentary and notes super interesting, but I don't care the rating from them. I want a reader's perspective. Right. Yeah, that's my point. Like, I don't take their rating seriously when they do that. Yeah, Crystal. Well, it was a sad night last night, y'all, because Jessen fell asleep. Crystal was busy. It was fine. Tiffany was just not talking to me. And so I'm just like, I have feelings. I want to talk about books, and my friends have lives and I don't. So that's what happens. That is a booktuber's life when I just want to talk with my friends and they have lives to live. It's tough. Hey. Kathleen, hello, beautiful. Okay, I'm getting distracted again. Give me something else to oh, here's one. Okay, let's do this. I was like, I gotta finish my makeup and then I can shout people out forever. Okay, I love your videos. What's your all-time fave TV show? I'm looking for one that has great romance. Well, I don't know which ones you have watched, but I think it's a little bit of an indication that I'm a little obsessed with that one, with Outlander. Currently, one of my favorite TV shows is actually Yellowstone. Sorry, I have to put this on. Which is Kevin Costner's show on Paramount, and it is a cowboy mafia. And there is some characters on there. There's one who's an ex-Marine who is married to a Native American. And they have like, seriously, there's so much depth to their characters because you can tell that like he left his family to be with her, and then they got married really young, and you know, she was with him when they were stationed in some places and stuff. And now they're back home, and there's all that baggage from when they were kids. And then there's also a relationship on there that has just been like not at its full potential for years because they had something go wrong. And then you like, oh, there's just so many layers to that show. I freaking love it. I make so many people watch it. Yep, a lot of people love it. Yes, Rip is the best. Yellowstone. Yes. Yes. See, here's the thing about this show. Okay, this is great. Casey is also hot. This show has all my favorite stereotypes of like heroes like in one thing, because Rip is literally the man in black. He is the I hate everyone but you. He is just, and then Beth is like, fuck you to everybody. Like that's Beth, his love interest. And he just turns into a puddle whenever she's around. But he also knows that she's so spiky. Like she's so spiky, and he's just willing to take it for a chance to like be around her. And the way that their love story like blooms, oh god, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah. And then I really love Casey and his wife's relationship because over the seasons, they go from like, we think they're really solid to having drama in their relationship to are we solid again? It's just kind of all over the place. But then another one that I watch, because I have loved crime shows for a really long time. Like I love crime shows, but they're tougher for me to watch now. I don't know why. But the one that I'm currently into is Prodigal Son, which has Michael Sheen and oh god, I forgot his name, but he was from The Walking Dead and now he's on there. And his father is like a serial killer, and that's Michael Sheen, and then he's a profiler for the FBI. But and it also has Lou Diamond Phillips, who's just I love Lou Diamond Phillips because I also used to watch Longmire, and Lou Diamond Phillips was on that one, and so I just love him. Anyway, Beth and Rip, I know. One of my t-shirt, I like have a bunch of stuff for Yellowstone because I love them. Yes, I've heard so much about this show. But I know, yeah, baby, I've heard so much. Yeah, lots of love for Yellowstone. Yes, the antihero. And then but I only like Rip when he's with Beth, and I only like Beth when she's with Rip. Otherwise, they're not that great. Monet, ma'am, you've been on my channel for how long now? I have 115 recommendation videos. Girl, you'll like all of them. Come on now. Come on now. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, we can't turn this into the Rip and Beth show. I can't do it. I can't do it. Sense8. I have not seen that before. Yeah, I just love him, Allison. He's the best. He's the best. Just gonna leave that up there while I do my eyeliner. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of brow today because I'm feeling it. Sorry, break to actually do this because I can't talk while I do this, or it doesn't work. Woo! Ouch. Okay, give me another something. I gotta do my eyeliner. And I'm dangerous with this thing. Okay, I gotta pick up the mirror for this. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that's a great question. I am excited for the Kennedy Ryan, but I'm scared because Kennedy Ryan likes to hurt me. In case you haven't seen my vlog where I read her, she likes to hurt me. But hold on, I'm almost done. Sorry. Ah! Feel like that's not even today, but we'll see. But books I'm excited for. So there's quite a few. I'm making my June TBR, which some of you who weren't here right away, I'm going to be filming my June TBR this afternoon. But I'm excited for Filthy Hot, which is the next book in Serena Ackroyd series. I'm excited for Devil in Disguise because Jessin read it and she's such a fucking tease. I don't want her to tell me anything, but also I'm okay. This is going to start me into a absolute rant. I'm so sorry, but Avon is hurting me. Okay, they are hurting my feelings because I feel like somehow I got put on an auto reject for them and I don't know how to get off of it. So I actually wrote to their publicity team. I'm going to try again until I hear from them, but I get rejected for every Avon book I ask for automatically on NetGalley, and it is hurting my feelings. Like, it's hurting my feelings because I'm like, bitches, I talk about your books constantly. Most of the books on my shelf are Avon books. Give me the books that I want. I know I sound like an entitled bitch, but also I don't care because I review books all the time that I'm not sure that I'm going to like. And then there's ones where like I actually want to talk about your books and you won't let me. Anyway, Crystal knows my woes. I like whine to her all the time because I'm like, Crystal, they won't give me what I want. But I'm very excited for Devil in Disguise. I'm excited for Filthy Hot. I did get an arc for Isn't It Bromantic by Alyssa K. Adams, which is one of the few like traditionally published contemporaries that I'm excited for, because I really did like this series. Like, it has its faults and parts that aren't great, but I'm very excited to read about the Russian and see what happens. Yes, Crystal, definitely Devil in Disguise. I just made my list and it's so far away. I can't reach it right now. What else? I forget every fucking thing. I am excited for Gianna Darling's like villains duet. I'm very excited for Cora Riley's Sins of the Father series. I need to make another upcoming releases video because I'm trying to do that a couple times this year. But it's like, the thing is I love so many indie books, and a lot of times we don't know right beforehand. Oh, Pam Godwin's Lessons in Sin comes out next month. And it's a priest romance, but like at a Catholic school. So it's also like teacher, like, and I'm hoping it has like Dark Notes vibes. Like, I can't. I signed up to get the ARC for that, and I'm literally like, what do you want? Do you want a toe? Do you want a hand? Do you want an ear? What do you want? I'll give it to you. Give it to my hands. Give it to my hands. Because I want it so much. So lots of things. What's the first book that comes to mind when you see the words mind blown? Okay, let's start with that. Mind blown. What blows my mind? Heart of Blood and Ashes. Is that right? Heart of Blood and Ashes? Yeah. This book blew my mind. This book blew my mind. So that one comes to mind when I think of that. What book comes to mind when you see the words disappointing? Flock. I did not like Flock. You'll hear about it tomorrow because I'll be filming my weekly wrap up. That's just the most recent thing, right? So when it comes to mind, Flock didn't work for me. I understand why it worked for everybody, but you just asked what's the first book that comes to mind, and for me, it's Flock. I don't care about this announcement. I think that could be very interesting. I didn't even hear this announcement about Netflix having Dakota Johnson, and I have yet to see, and I'm not just blaming this on 50 Shades, because we all know people can be put in a movie that doesn't work and they still be good actors, okay? Like, this is a thing. This is a thing. But I haven't seen one where I've liked Dakota Johnson's acting. Henry Golding, I do like, so we shall see. Reading Atlas by Shahart. Ooh, bummer. Yes, Crystal, they should give it to me. They should give it to me. Jessica, I'm so excited that I'm going to get that in my hands. Spoiler alert not spoiler alert, but upcoming news. I am currently reading the last Pam Godwin that I plan to read, because there is a trilogy of hers that I will not be reading. But I have read every book of hers now, and I'm going to be doing my deep dive. So the plan is to have that deep dive up before the new book comes out. So that'd be great. I know, Crystal. I know. And I'm so glad I got to buddy read that book with you. When are we going to buddy read the second one? It's been like 5 months and we said we were going to do that. I Propose Priest. I'm very excited for Saint. Yes. Yes. I heard about that. I need to read Supplicant. She has a short story that came out in that anthology and I haven't read it yet. But that one is about someone I want to. I have not read any Candy Steiner. I have not. Yes, I'm so excited too. I have 2 deep dives coming up that I've been working on getting the books done, and Pam Godwin is one. And I was dragging my feet mostly because I love her books so much that I didn't want to be done with them and to be caught up. So yeah, but I'm almost done, and because like my Jade West video, or not Jade West, who did I do recently? I did TL Swan and I did Nikki Sloan. Like, those videos do pretty good because people find them when they discover the author, so someone discovers the author and then they're like, oh gosh, how many books do they have? And they look them up. Oh, yay. I'm reading Tie Me Down right now. He does tie her down at one point. That was exciting. It's also like very heart-wrenching for 2 reasons. So I was not prepared for this. Number one, the hero has a dad who has Alzheimer's, which is tough and realistic, and a lot of us have people in our lives who do. But number two, his dad's name is Eugene, which is my grandpa's name. My grandpa did not die of Alzheimer's, but his name is Eugene, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't read another book with Eugene as a character, and that's tough. Yes! Look at this beauty. I know this isn't the new release, but girl, I've read all of her books. Well, okay, I lied. I have one of her books left to read. Her books are so good. Each one of them is completely different, and I fucking love them. And Kings of Kearney is delightful. Like, you will love it. Really. It's one of the best motorcycle club books I've ever read. I mean, Crystal, you're not that bad of a buddy reader. We've been buddy reading books since November. Like, we literally buddy read every month. Well, that's good. Hearing lots of good things. Yes, that is fair. Taji! Mwah, hello, beautiful friend. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I gotta do my mascara now. So give me another thumbnail to talk about, because you're gonna see my mouth hang open while I put on my mascara. So give me something to rant about. Also, I have no like particular mascara I use. I literally just use whatever I want. I know you guys are really here for my makeup tutorial, but I usually layer stuff. What do we talk about while I put on mascara? Let me know. Whoop, whoop. This goes by so fast. It's 9:36 already. Well, I guess I'm just going to start and you'll have to. Oh, if your mouth doesn't hang open. So good. Oh my gosh. Favorite villains. Well, girl, you know, I got my Carter Mahoney, man. But okay, let's see. Who else are my favorite villains? Well, I think y'all can agree that the Darkling's a pretty good villain. Crystal knows what I mean about that. Just forgotten every villain I've ever loved. Just went right out of my head, Crystal. Poof! It's gone. Your eyes have been looking. Who else is a villain that I like? Jeez. Damn it, I don't remember anyone. I mean, are they like, I don't know. All I can think of is anti-heroes right now. Dude, I love villains and I can't remember any. I mean, I would say that Ramo is probably a villain. But I also love him. Who else do I really like? I don't know. Apparently, no one. I'm the worst. I mean, in the wicked villains, okay, anti-heroes, okay. We can do this. Yeah. I mean, all of Cora Riley's boys, of course, for sure, Ramo. I wouldn't even call Nemo an anti-hero. He kind of just goes along. Nemo? I'm sorry, Nemo. Priest from Dead Man Walking, definitely. Who else? Gosh. I would call, this is a random one. I would call, is it Simon or Harry? It's Harry. I would call Harry from Tempt Me at Twilight by Lisa Kleypas. Lisa Kleypas has some anti-heroes, y'all. I would call him an anti-hero because he basically tanks Poppy's Happily Ever After to get in the way of it. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Taji. Thanks for reminding me of people that I like. Dorian Blackwell for sure. I mean, Elizabeth Hoyt has some. Who's some anti-heroes in there? I don't know. Wow, I suck today, Crystal. I suck because I just forgot everything. I just forgot everything. I even have my book. Yes, you need to read Hathaway's. Harry, I forgot what his last name is. Yeah, Dead Man Walking. Ooh, Poseidon from Devil in the Deep Blue Sea. I literally grabbed my notebook now and I'm like, I just need to look through some of my pages and I'll see. I mean, all of Pam Godwin's are anti-heroes. Oh yes. Definitely Ashley. He is an anti-hero. Yes, you need to continue with that series. I can't wait. Yeah. Okay. One more piece of makeup, and then the last 40 minutes we can do recommendations and stuff. Just a little bit of. Boom. All right. Okay. Here's one. Well, it won't show. Well, come up. Hey, Jen, do you have any steamy historical romance recs? I have read Lisa Kleypas, Tessa Dare, Jennifer Ashley, and Elizabeth Hoyt. I want some more. Thanks. Okay. So I'm not sure what you mean by level of state. I can kind of go based off of the ones that you do like. And based off the ones you do like, let me recommend let's see, steamy historicals that are, I mean, Sarah McLean. She does really great like sexual tension. There's not a ton of banging in her books, but she does great tension. I would turn your eye to some independent authors. Also Kerrigan Byrne. Have you read some Kerrigan Byrne yet? Oh yes, Kerrigan Byrne. Yep. See, someone's throwing it up here. Yep. Yep. I also would say, what's her face? She did the Duke I Tempted, Scarlett Peckham. I would recommend the Duke I'd Like to F anthology. That has 5 like novellas that are all very steamy and very good. And you can kind of get a taste for a few of the authors in there because Nicola David, what's her last name? Nicola something. She has a lot of novellas that are all steamy. Stacey Reed does. Yeah, Kerrigan Byrne for sure. Lorraine Heath, specifically her newer stuff. I'm slowly reading more of her older stuff. But her newer things are pretty steamy. Yeah, those are some I'd recommend for sure. Yes, this one. Yes. I'm reading the 6th book in that series, and they all are pretty steamy for sure. Here we go. Of all the Pam Godwin books you read, what's your favorite? Oh, no, I can tell you what my favorite is. I don't know. I mean, it's probably Sea of Ruin. Like, just on a base thing. That is it was the 2nd book I read by her, but I just had never read anything done quite like that. But Dark Nook was the 1st book I ever read by her. Sea of Ruin I read, and I was just like, this is everything I want because it's historical. It has, well, I don't just want to throw out the spoiler. It has elements that are usually found in indie published books. It has a heroine who just like kicks butt, and it's just amazing. Like, it's so good. And it has some tough issues in it. Like, it has trigger warnings that you wouldn't always see in, I gotta close my window there, it's cold, that you wouldn't normally see in a regular historical, or at least not so viscerally. And then I feel like it addresses them. Like, there's some stuff in Sea of Ruin that people just want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And that's the thing with Pam Godwin, that I feel like nobody had read any other books by her when they're picking up Sea of Ruin. And Pam Godwin consistently shows horrific human nature and then the best of human nature. Like, that is what her books do. Sea of Ruin is probably the tamest of all of her books, having now read all of them. And it's still one of the most powerful. I mean, I was not prepared for the Deliver series before I started it. And now, like, it's one of the best things I've ever read. But, like, Sea of Ruin is still going to be there. Okay, lots of people are saying stuff. Good. Yes, she's amazing. Yes, Eva Lee does do some spicy stuff. I still have some of her books to read, and they're all on Anyplay, so I'm going to try to read them because it's been hit or miss with me, because sometimes she takes feminism to an extreme that I don't appreciate in historicals, but sometimes she does it just right, where I feel so proud and happy about everything. And then she has some steamy stuff. Like, she has one that's called Temptations of a Wallflower. That's with he's not a priest, but he's like a small town pastor. And he's charged with finding this woman who writes smutty books and stopping her. Meanwhile, he loves the smutty books. And all of his, like, sex moves he's, like, learned from the books. It's delightful. So, yes, Eva Lee definitely has some great ones. Yes, it doesn't have an audiobook. It is unfortunate that it doesn't. So, Duke, I'd like to F. Crystal actually gave it to me as a gift. I was wanting to read it, but I wanted the physical book. And so when I had my wisdom teeth out, because you guys know this, actually, I should show off. Like, I finally got my, so I don't have a huge gaping hole in my mouth. I had 6 teeth taken out on one day, guys. It was a lot because I was getting an implant right here. And I had my wisdom teeth and then another one that was broken, all taken out. And so Crystal gave me that book, and I read it basically in one day while I was laid up with my wisdom teeth. And it was a wonderful experience. So, yes, DILF doesn't have an audiobook, but it's so worth it. And I'd love to see how she does. Yes, I really want to try this series. Absolutely. I want to try that series. Yeah, I know. Well, I meant that I'm okay telling you what my favorite is, but I had to think about it. Hi, Lauren. Yes, I need to read more Kate Bateman. I've only read one. Touch Her and You Die. Oh my gosh. Pam Godwin writes a ton of those. Like, seriously, all for heroes. I mean, Derek Craven, for sure. I'm Dreaming of You. A couple Lisa Kleypas are actually like that. Let me just think for half a second. Who else is like that? Christopher in the third Bow Street book. What's his book called? Worth Any Price. He's a Touch Her and You Die. Who else? So many that I love. A bunch of Elizabeth Hoyt's heroes are like that too. Most recently, I read To Desire a Devil, which is the 4th book in her Legend of the Four Soldiers. And he's totally like that. Like, it's so great. It's on my TBR, Sea of Ruin. I'll put it on. Yes, well, that one has an audiobook. So that's the thing too. Most of her books have an audiobook except for a couple of them. Some of her older ones don't. But yeah, all of the Deliver series, Sea of Ruin, Dark Notes, Beneath the Burn. I'm literally listening to that right now. They all have audiobooks. Aw, well, I try to. I'm not so famous that I don't have time. Whoa, all-time favorites. Well, that changes all the time. Okay, I can think of a couple that come to mind right away. Let me just close my eyes here. So, Again, the Magic by Lisa Kleypas. Romancing Mr. Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. My brain. Who else? I'm going through all of my favorites in my head. Definitely a Kerrigan Byrne, but which one? Which one? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. I'm sorry. I thought I was ready to say it, but for sure those two are up there. What are my other favorite authors? I literally have them right over there. I don't know. Those are two. I told you two of them. The rest I'd have to think about that a little more. So there's two for sure on there. But without looking at my books, I just forgot everything. Oh, Ian Mackenzie. Duh. The Madness of Lord Ian Mackenzie by Jennifer Ashley. Those are three of them. That's what I can give you right now. Sorry. Should I listen to the Wallflower series on audiobook? I heard the audiobook's different. So do you mean the Sarah McLean Wallflower series? Oh, wait, no. That's not Wallflower. You meant Lisa Kleypas, didn't you? So it's the Hathaways that got redone. I don't know that the Wallflower series was redone, but they redid the Hathaway series, I believe, because of Cam and Kev, who are Romani, and they used like insensitive language at the time. But the thing that makes me upset, and I'll say this, here's a mini rant. It's not that they changed that makes me mad. I am perfectly okay that they updated language to make it more acceptable and to be respectful. Like, that is great. The problem I had is that they tamed down the sex scenes. They changed how alpha Cam was, and they changed like other things that they talked about. They neutered him. They fucking neutered him in that. And I just couldn't get over it. I could not get over the fact that I was listening to it and reading it, and they changed the experience for me. So if you read the Hathaway series physically, it will be the original intent. Like, they didn't change the book the way that they updated like Whitney, My Love or something, but they changed the audiobooks. And they left out paragraphs of some of my favorite dialogue. So the Wallflower series, number one, I have not listened to it, so I couldn't answer that for you. I read that before I was reading romance on audio. Like, I've been listening to audiobooks for 7 years, but I only started listening to audio on there about 18 months ago, romance on audio. And I read those books before I did that. I've listened to other Lisa Kleypas books on audio, but when I went to reread that one, they updated it. So if anyone has listened to the Wallflowers and they know, that's where you'll want to find that out, but I don't know. Any God/human romance that are easy to get into? Well, I haven't read any of those that aren't retellings. Like, Amelia Wilde has 3 series where like they're retellings of the gods. So she has a Hades series, a Zeus series, and a Poseidon series. And then obviously Katie Robert is doing a retelling of the gods. But I don't know that I've read any where they're actual gods. I've only read retellings, so I don't have an answer to that. Yes, the box set. I got it when I was on sale. Well, I mean, you can use a credit for it. So I got all 3, like the 2 bundles, I got them for a credit each. So it was pretty great. Yeah. Okay. Any more? We'll go for another 10, 15 minutes. Then I have some videos to film. Should I tell you what I'm filming today? Let me tell you what I'm filming today. I'm going to try to film between today and tomorrow. I'm going to try to film 5 videos. So I'll be doing my weekly wrap up today. I'll be doing my June TBR. Very excited about my June TBR. It is a thick bitch with a lot of new releases that I'm doing, but I'm very excited. And then I'm going to try to film Mafia Rex number 4 because I've read a lot of Mafia recently, so I'm planning to do that. I'm going to do another oddly specific book recommendation, and I'm going to do Heroes with a Pierced Dick. So that's coming your way. Royalty Romance, planning to do that today. And then I'm going to do a favorite audio. So between today and tomorrow, I'm going to try to film all of those videos. We'll see. Finally, my throat is better. I'm feeling good. I have lots of energy today. You guys are help pumping me up. I'm going to try to do it. Do you have any recommendation for historical romances that take place outside the UK and the US? Yes, I have a couple. Let my brain think about it for a second. So there's one that is called, it's by Carrie Silverwood. I just forgot the main title. It takes place in Egypt. Damn it. Why did I just forget the name of it? Let me find it. It's one of my favorites. I own a copy of it. What's it called? Can't find it. Someone knows it before me. Rough Surrender. Sorry. Woofda. Let me show a picture of it. It's called Rough Surrender. It is a BDSM historical. So, Miss Eleanor, I don't know if you love that or not, but it takes place in Egypt, and it takes place in like 1902, and it blew my mind. It was amazing. So that's one that takes place in Egypt. What else have I read? I mean, technically, I think Shanna takes place in the Caribbean. I don't know if we want to read Shanna. Come on, some other people help me out here. I was all excited for this, and now I'm thinking like everything is in. Are there any historicals in? I think there's an MM by Kira Andrews that takes place in Australia. What's that one called? I did read that one. Kira Andrews does all like MM, and some of them are, but usually they're US or UK. So to say that you don't want them in the US is tough for me. The Station. Yep. The Station by Kira Andrews is an MM that takes place in Australia. That's a historical. They get banished to the prison colony there. So sorry, that's not a ton. I tried. Yes, Taji. Well, here's the thing too. I fucking love whenever I come across a pierced dick. And it doesn't happen often enough for me. And then I always forget to write it down when I find it. Because the Goodreads list for pierced dick is not what it should be. It should be more than it is. So there's that. No. I think they say because they're both alphas, but Derek is just, he is the stereotype, the archetype, not the stereotype. He's the archetype of so much that we love. Sebastian St. Clair. Didn't you mean Sebastian St. Vincent? Because I'm not sure who Sebastian St. Clair is. So I think that's who you mean. Sebastian St. Vincent is just, he's another one, but he's not quite the same. Okay, bye, Crystal. Have a good day. Oh, no, you're okay. I was just like, Sebastian St. Clair. I'm not sure who that is. But yeah. All right. Anything else? Any apocalypse or survival like the Wilderness Rex? There is a series by Lynn Burke that is called what's the series called? But they all three take place in Alaska, and they involve survivalist parts about them. what's it called? Lynn Burke. Let me find it. Lynn Burke. The Midnight series. It's called the Midnight series, and the books are Wilderness, Wildling, and Wildfire. Some of them have aspects of taboo, so make sure you check that out. Also, what are some other ones? I like this trope, but I don't find a ton of them. What's another one? My brain is just... I mean, there's some stuff by Kay Webster, if you want to go real cray-cray. Yeah, that is a good one. I should... Have I done... I don't know if I've done those kind of recs yet. So that could be a good recommendation. I will write that down. Because I know that I have more, but on the top of my head, they're not popping out. So that's great. That is a great thing. Let's do, are there any other, yes, I have this one written down. Yes. Good. Have those on your list. Yep. Are there any other like video recommendations everybody has? You can throw those up here real quick. I don't know if I've read that series. What's it called, Wes? Tell me. Same. I read, let's see, I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I read the couple of the novellas. And then the one that I haven't finished and I haven't went back is I started the one where it went back in time. So the Stolen Mackenzie Bride, where it takes place during Culloden, and it's the story of Mackenzie lore that we like hear about during the series. I started that one and then I never finished it. But I do own a few more of them, and I may someday. Yes, I believe that I have done this video, but it was like called something else. But I always am willing to do a video again. So let me write that down. Alpha Heroes. I feel like when I do, this is just an insider, Golden Girls lover. I love your screen name. I feel like I get super repetitive when I do like alpha hero rec, because Mafia is all alpha hero. When I do certain recs, like they already are alpha heroes. So then when I make an alpha hero video, I feel like I'm repeating myself. But it's not a bad thing to do, because when people are searching for your videos, they're going to try different terms. So I try to have a video that literally fits into everything. That's just one of my strategies as a creator, is I try to make my videos really searchable. So yeah, Older Couple is a good one. I did do the Dad's Best Friend. I did an age gap not too long ago that was a taboo age gap, and I had all of my recs for Dad's Best Friend were in that one. So just to let you know. Yes, I definitely can do that one. I mean, they are the best. That's why, like, it's mostly what I read. Like, I mostly read alpha heroes. Again, that's why I haven't made a separate video. It doesn't mean that I shouldn't make it, and I'll put it on my list as one to do. But I feel like it would be like 30 heroes long, because I mostly read alpha heroes. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's a thing. Oh, Praying for Rain. Yes, by BB Easton. Yes. I've heard about that series. I will check it out. Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to change that up a little bit, but my weekly reading vlogs will continue, not vlogs, wrap-ups will continue to be as long as they are, because that is the one video a week where I just let myself ramble nonstop. I'm working on having my other videos to be more of that 15 to 20 minutes, because I find that those videos get picked up better by the algorithm. They're also easier for people to commit to watching who aren't regulars, because people who are finding you for the first time, they don't know if they like you. They're not necessarily ready to commit to a 45-minute recommendation video. You know what I mean? So like, I know you guys love it, but people who've never seen me before, they might not trust me enough to watch a video that long. So that's just a choice that I've made to, number one, make my editing process quicker, is to try to make some of my videos 15 to 20 minutes instead of 30 to 40 minutes, because it's just better for me. It's better for my channel, which means it's better for the money that comes in. And, you know, girl wants to support her bad habits, her good habits. But my weekly reading wrap-ups will continue to be as long as they need to be, because I really want to gush about those books. I want every book that I talk about to get the time that it deserves. Rex, where the hero sabotages the heroine's love, so she only gets to be with him. That is an oddly specific one, but I can think of a few. I'm writing that down. Like it. Yes, yeah. I put off making that one for a while because I wanted them to be good. And then it's such a good trope. I just love it so much. You guys are so sweet. You guys are so sweet. Well, that's good, because I mean, those videos also do good because they give you the watch time, which YouTube loves to see when my watch time is really up there. So that's helpful. Historical romances that take place in a ship or sea. You mean pirates? Or they don't have to be pirates. I do have a foodie on the list. So this was one that it was an aborted video recently. It was an aborted video recently because I ended up not having enough. So I actually have some foodie books, like bakers and cooks and stuff, on my TBR, because I need to read a few more so that I can do it. Like, I think you guys know this. Like, I typically don't make a recommendation video unless I have between 8 to 10 books to recommend, because that way I know for sure when people watch it, they will most likely not have read every book. And so when I went to do the foodie one, I only had like 4 that I liked them and wanted to recommend them. So I need to read some more. Love Rex on Celebrity and Normal People Romance plus Rex, where the couple meet via... Yeah, okay. Yes, celebrity romances. That is one. I'm doing a royal one right now. I'm planning to film that today. But to broaden celebrity, I definitely have some to do that. However, I personally am not a big fan of epistolatory romances or email and texting stuff. I'm very picky. So when I get enough recs that I like with that, we will. The reason why, and I'm just saying, it tends to draw them, like they tend to be apart for so long, or else one of them knows and the other doesn't, and they're like lying to each other. And I'm not a huge fan of that in a plot, because I don't like that level of secrets. But I will see if I have enough to do a video for it. Yes, pirates. I know. I don't read enough pirates. The thing is, I literally own freaking so many. I have just done this video. I did a Minaj one just a little bit ago, Miss Eleanor. So I don't have enough to do another one yet, but when I do, I will. Bookish romances, yay. I don't have enough to do another one of these yet. I kind of looped in my recent fantasy reads with the paranormal one that I just did. So, yes, 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 yes. I saw this. I follow her on TikTok, and she asked some of us if we wanted arcs of it, and I'll see if she really means it. Like, I don't know. She offered me an arc, and then like I never heard anything else, so I don't know if that's like real or not, but we'll see. Yay, pirates, but not necessarily. I recently finished Daughter of the Pirate King and I loved it. I love this trope. Yes. Pirates is one I have on my list for when I read enough pirates. We will see. Also don't like catfishing, but I would love if they fall in love on who they really are. Yes. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. When I read that done well, I like it too. The issue is I haven't found it done well too often. So when I find enough, I will. But okay, this was wonderful. Thank you all for showing up for this. I have some video idea recommendations here, but I need to finish getting ready. I need to do my hair and put on a shirt that I want to film in and get filming because I got a lot to film today. Thank you, everyone who showed up for this. You guys are the best. Faded friends, don't forget that there's a live show tonight at 7 p.m. just for us to hang out. It's going to be awesome. Channel members get the chance to hang out with me one-on-one once a month. So definitely look into that if you're interested. It's a really fun time. So thank you all for watching this. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday wherever you are in the world. I love you so much. Have a great day.